Hello and welcome to the Pirate King Plays Genshin Impact! Been a while since we played this. Probably not really, actually. It's been 2 games. 2 shorter games at that. So... I can't really tell you what exactly happened last on stream with this, but I can tell you that, oh. Why is there something new? Oh, it's just... Okay. So, there was a event quest, as you can see here. It's already done. So, nothing to show you there. But, see Navia there? I haven't gotten her yet. But, let me just clear this for now. It is time for her story quest. Also, one thing I used to do was I would wait until until I didn't want to worry coming across it by accident to get it with the keys here. As it turns out, as we learned last time, I think. See how it says available? I already got it with the key. I just need to actually hit get quest now. That's new. So now it shows up here. Oh, Court of Fontaine. Oh, that side of it. Yeah. The event quest still has its stuff over here. Hey, Yoimiya's here. Yeah, there's a few people from Inazuma came to visit, and there was a film festival. It was honestly really cool. I kind of wish I could have shown it to you guys. Also, as you might have expected, Farina was the director. It had to do with Xavier. I'd been calling him Xavier up until now. First time he got a voice. But he appeared in Inazuma first, filming samurai movies. So, yeah. So y'all missed that, but it's because it's an event, and I don't stream the events even if they are voiced. Because they're timed. I can't wait on that. But these are not timed. So.
Well, if it isn't my dear partners.
Flavia, what's up? I hadn't really noticed,
I didn't expect to run into you guys here today. Are you headed somewhere?
Her outfit, I would always think it has a lot of yellow in it, but it mostly has blue. You barely notice over the color of her hair, and just the edges are yellow, but there's a lot of edge. Just getting our daily dose of adventuring in, no plans in particular.
How about you, Navia? Are you still busy rebuilding Poisson?
After the flood?
We've wrapped up most of the rebuilding, but there are still a few things left to take care of. Stocking up on
Autoplay is
materials,
really not working well
confirming
this time.
construction timelines, discussing compensation terms with families affected by the disaster. Between all of that, I've been making a lot of trips between the court and Poisson.
Wasn't Spina di Rosula affected too? Should you really be the ones offering compensation?
Well, though the victims have received relief payments from the court, in my opinion, as the administrators of Poisson, Spina di Rosula should take some responsibility as well. Our financial situation right now isn't the best, so all we've been doing is signing agreements for the damages to be repaid at a later date. Though just pieces of paper now, they demonstrate our commitment. They're necessary to restore the people's faith in us.
Whoa, spoken like a true president. You're a really responsible leader. That must be taking up most of your time though, right?
Oh, you bet. Between that and all the other errands I have to run at the court, I'm always forgetting one thing or another. So before I came over this time, I took a page from Melusa's book and decided to make a list of everything. This way, it's easy to see which tasks you haven't checked off.
And I'm taking this opportunity to speak to you guys because it's not work. I might be talking about work, but talking to you isn't work, and I'm glad not to be working. And then?
And then, since Melus loved using shorthand, I decided to also follow his example and come up with some shorthand of my own.
Oh no.
But after running a few errands in the city, I'm kind of struggling to even read my own handwriting anymore.
That's why you don't use shorthand.
That does sound what kind of shorthand did you use?
Oh, wanna take a look?
Let Paimon see. Wait. There's nothing here but a bunch of weird symbols. This looks like a piece of kelp wrapped around a stick. And this other one, is it supposed to be a boar in a box?
The first one has to do with confirming the final payment amount for the fishermen, while the second one is a reminder to try the new burger that just hit the market.
Okay, Paimon can definitely see how you might forget what each of these mean.
Maybe just write out each item next time.
Thank you for your advice. These are the kinds of things you only really figure out once you've tried them out yourself.
No, this one was
I thought
pretty
that
obvious.
As long as I understood my shorthand when I came up with it, I'd be sure to remember the symbols when I looked at them later. Unfortunately,
I've made this mistake myself.
Proven myself wrong.
I never got to this point though.
Anyway, I should have already taken care of most of the things on the list. There are still a few symbols that I can't decipher, but I don't think they're anything too super important. Worst comes to worst, I'll just make another trip.
So you're going to head back now?
Yep, that's the plan. Oh, actually, since we talked about the reconstruction earlier, wanna come with me and check out the town for yourself? You said you don't have any plans, right? So we can just catch a boat and head over.
It's a bit sudden, but Paimon doesn't see why not. What do you think, Traveler?
Be interested in taking a look. Pretty nice break too.
Then let's go. We'll take a boat over.
Oh, you mean the aquabus, right? Like the Clementine?
Nope, a boat.
Oh, sorry. I meant our own boat. The aquabus doesn't have a station near Poisson, so we'll use one of the Spina's boats.
They're actually giving me the option to move on. They've never done that before. Sounds good to me. Wait, head over first, so that would be go over ourselves. Yeah, sounds good to me.
Alright, follow me. I'll take you there.
We actually get to ride on a boat, or are you just gonna teleport us there? That makes more sense. Oh.
The engineer is still doing a few routine safety checks. We can head out as soon as we get the green light.
So, Paimon has always wanted to ask. The 3 aquabus lines are all named after people in your family, right?
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's right. Callus and Navia are self-explanatory, while Clementine was the name that my mother went by.
Spina di Rosula was one of the main sponsors of the construction, right?
If you provided the Mora to build the lines, then why isn't there even a dedicated line to Poisson? Spina di Rosula built all the lines, yet you still have to take a special boat just to go home. Paimon doesn't get it.
Well, what I heard is that most of our businesses don't actually use Poisson as a hub, so there was no real reason to build a line straight to Poisson. You are right that it is a bit strange, though. If you've already committed to build 3 lines, why not just add a 4th?
Because it's
Yeah, that's
a
what
big
Paimon
chunk of
said.
money.
The aquabus is so convenient.
Well, it is what it is. You know what my father was like. Even I often struggled to figure out what was going on in his head.
Well, something that big also wouldn't have been just his call. Perhaps the rest of Spina didn't see a point in having a 4th line.
But that would only be the case if he cared about what others thought. My father was always really stubborn. Once he made up his mind, good luck getting him to change it. From what I've heard, the rights of all the other members of the Spina only went as far as giving him advice or suggestions, and no farther. That included my mother, too.
Huh. Well, that explains why you weren't on the greatest of terms with him.
Yeah, because I wouldn't just let him keep getting his way. He was just... not very agreeable.
Boss, the boat's ready. We can head out.
All right, then let's head out.
Braving the tides.
It'll be a while before we get to Poisson. Let's keep talking.
Navia, what
Who
was
says
your mother
that?
like as a person?
Paimon!
Oh, I'm sorry. She totally forgot that you mentioned before that she passed away during childbirth, so you probably don't remember her at all.
Oh, that's all right. I've heard many stories about her from the rest of the Spina. They've always said that they were sure we would have gotten along famously.
Alright, it's gonna take a bit. Let's keep talking. Weird enough line on its own. Alright, here's a really
My father
invasive
was
question.
stiff like a board. My mother was supposedly super cheerful and funny. Their complementary personalities allowed them to make up for each other's flaws. My father would run the businesses
Autoplay
and
without
expand our
autoplay
reach,
being on.
while my mother would keep the peace and make sure that everyone was happy. Their work made sure that the Spina could grow and thrive.
Sounds like they were not just a well-matched couple, but fantastic business partners as well.
Yeah, but those are just stories and anecdotes after all. It's hard for me to piece together a more complete or intimate picture of her. But sometimes I'd still look at the Clementine line and wonder, would the Spina and Poisson still be what they are today had my mother survived? Silver once said that a name is a kind of inscription, a way to etch a memory into the world. When given a name, a cold, inanimate object can gain a completely new meaning. So, I will always associate the line with her in my heart. Over the past few weeks, I've also begun to appreciate how water can take in and hold our most intense feelings and memories, as well as how one may reflect on their past by watching the sea. I've lost many beloved people and memories to the sea. Even though I cannot stop for them and must continue to keep moving, the fact won't change that they existed in my life and gave me the reason and motivation to move forward.
You miss them, Luce and Silver?
Always. But no matter what, we can't change the past. But I tell myself that I need to keep looking towards the future. Everyone, even my parents, have already overcome so many obstacles. Besides, I'm the president of Spina di Rosula. I've got to keep my chin up.
Yeah. It autoplayed without autoplay being on because the we were
We've
actually
reached the shore.
moving in the game.
Let's go. I'll show you the new Poisson.
Did that? I'm like, I gotta make sure the cutscene actually finishes before we get there.
Navia, do you think she's doing all right?
No. He's always been having to cope with one thing or another.
Okay, Paimon supposes you're right. She's really been through a lot. It couldn't have been easy shouldering so much by herself.
Okay. This is, of course, just a strange... Whoa! Okay, flew right through me. Strange place for a town in a cavern like this.
Boss, you're back! Traveler and Paimon, welcome back to Poisson.
Well,
Oh, hey! Fancy seeing you again, Florent. Is it your turn to take care of Navia now?
Hey,
Wow.
I can totally take care of myself. For the time being, I'll go around without any attendance. We did hand over some of Malus's old responsibilities to Florent, though. It's been really nice to have him around to help out.
Thank you for the compliment, boss. As you see, I've been working closely with the boss on rebuilding Poisson.
The boss.
Mr. Malus was an extremely capable and respected member of the Spina. I've got some really big shoes to fill.
All right. There's no need to be so formal. Everyone's practically old friends by now. Were you waiting here for me? Did we manage to make any progress on the statue?
Yeah, we contacted a sculptor about the job, but they can't get started on sourcing a correctly sized block without knowing the design that we want to use first.
You're commissioning a statue?
So basically, we've been meaning to commission a statue of my parents in commemoration of everything they've done for the Spina and the town of Poisson. But since my father was known as callously unfaithful for the longest time, it would have been too controversial to commission a statue of him. But now that his name has been cleared, and the town is also being rebuilt, I thought this would be the perfect chance to actually realize this dream.
The funds to build the statue were freely donated by the people of Poisson
Oh.
to show their appreciation for Miss Clementine and Mr. Callis and everything they did.
Should Navia be featured with them too?
Me? I'm just the newbie president that's running around and causing everyone trouble. Maybe we can have this conversation again in a few decades, once I've done more for the town and the people.
I've done a
There's
lot.
no need to be so humble. Didn't you just help save the entire country?
I agree wholeheartedly. I also believe that Boss should have a place on the statue.
Hey, if you keep inflating my ego like this, I might just float off into the sky with my parasol. Just kidding. There's no way that I'd accept that kind of compliment at face value. At a minimum, I'd have to match what my father did for the people.
Well, if that's what you think, I think it'll just be a matter of time.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. I just don't think I'm ready yet. Anyway, Florent, now it's up to us to confirm the final design, right?
Mm-hmm. We can ask the sculptor to start looking for a good block once we've decided on the poses for Miss Clementine and Mr. Callis. But we haven't had any real discussions yet on the possible designs. I feel like I should get a few promising designs first, and then send them over to you to review.
There's no need for all that. Let's decide on a design right now. Hey, you! Come over here with me.
Hey, you! Because they can't say my name. Me? What are you doing?
Modeling a few poses, of course. Here, just pretend to be Callis, and I'll be Clementine. Didn't you say on the boat that Callis and Clementine sounded like great partners? Well, then there's no one better to fill this role than my most valuable partner. Florent, let's grab some reference shots.
You've got it, boss. I'll go get the camera.
I want to say
Well,
not
what do you think? Got
every,
any
but
ideas?
probably 3/4 of the female playable characters in this game flirt all the time with the Traveler. And you know what? It's probably the exact same if you're playing the sister instead of the brother, that the male playable characters will flirt with her. But as much as their lines may be similar, they don't get seen quite as flirty with this guy. Actually, no. I don't know that I think about it. Even if you're playing the sister, it's probably still the female characters who are flirting. Like, everyone is into the Traveler, and it's rather amusing. Shouldn't you be running this show?
Well, I've actually discussed it a bit with Florent before, but I could never come up with any fresh or original ideas. It's probably because my idea of them is already kind of set in stone. So, I want to pick your brain for a bit and see if you can come up with some new and interesting ideas.
I'm all good here, boss. Feel free to start posing whenever.
Ooh, okay. We got imposing, looking out into the distance, happy pose. This one seems correct for a statue. And imposing doesn't work with what we've heard about him. I think? Kind of works with the whole stubbornness, I guess. But also, I don't really know if happy works.
By that, do you mean as if we were standing
Yeah,
on
there we
and
go.
looking out at the sea? Sure, let's give that a try.
Whoa, you really remind Paimon of a captain and their first mate.
Ha!
Look over there, my dear Clementine. As you can see, every tree on that island is dripping with mora fruit.
God damn it,
But
Papa.
there's something off with the composition. This pose makes Mr. Callis look too tall next to the lady.
Excuse me?
Oh, I see what you mean. Then let's swap.
She's like half a head taller than me, what the hell?
Well, Paimon is a fan. A statue like this would look fantastic on a boat.
Wait, but we can't do that. Very few people would see the statue if we were to put it on a boat. This statue is meant to be placed in the town.
But then, since we're putting it in the town, the whole point of the pose would be lost.
Oh,
But there's a boat in the town!
Something else.
Let's go with imposing.
Imposing, huh? Oh, I've got it. Let's try this.
Yeah, there we go.
It makes me recall Spina di Rosula's glorious golden age.
But isn't Clementine's pose a bit too bold and heroic? Was she really that kind of person? If we were to stick with this pose, maybe people would wonder if she was actually the real boss behind the scenes.
Well, tabloids did indeed speculate as much back in the day, but the Spina pulled a few strings and made both the report and the journalist disappear.
Oh, Paimon was just... Please don't make Paimon disappear.
Yeah, the Spina di Rosula is
What Florent
kind
meant
of a
was that we asked
mafia.
the journalist to choose a new alias. You're
But,
right,
like-
though, that this may not accurately represent the image of her in our hearts. Let's try to come up
Like-
with something else.
a more legal and approved mafia, like a mafia with the support of the people. They're technically, I think, a company, which I guess kind of fits the bill nowadays, doesn't it? The mafia didn't die out, they incorporated. Alright, why don't we strike a happy pose?
A happy pose? You mean something like we were laughing together at a funny joke?
No. Absolutely not.
Would all that be able to come through with just a picture?
Would we even be able to tell what they are supposed to be laughing about?
I knew happy was
Yeah, and that'd probably be a massive pain to sculpt as well.
Could one of you try striking a pose like you're talking while the other one laughs? That actually sounds pretty hard to pull off. Forget it, let's try something else.
Hey. Nope.
We tried a bunch of different ideas, but none of them felt right. Paimon's all out of brain juice now, too.
Oh, don't worry. We still got a lot of reference shots out of the session, and each of them can be considered to be a souvenir in their own right. Let's just keep the ideas we tried as backups. Man, if I knew I was going to do a photo shoot with the Traveler, I would have prepared a lot of outfits and props ahead of time. Oh, outfits! Oh, that's the errand I forgot back in the city. Do either of you still remember that girl? The girl I went to see with you two. Her name is Adele.
Oh, Paimon remembers her. She was the one that we met while investigating Mr. Callus's case, right?
She always believed that her father Jacques was a good person.
Yes, that's exactly who I'm talking about. So, after the case, she was finally willing to talk to me, and she told me that she wanted to join the Spina too. I said that it's fine, but young children are not allowed to join the Spina. She will just have to wait a few years, and then we'll welcome her with open arms. Since she's still a child, though, she thought I was just trying to let her down gently. But how could I get her to believe that I meant what I said? In the end, I came up with an idea. I'd have a Spina uniform made and give it to her as a gift. But I got so busy and distracted in the city that I forgot to pick the uniform up. So I did forget something important after all.
Don't worry, boss. I can send someone to pick it up right away.
On the matter of the statue, we should still come up with a few more ideas for the design. I'll have to trouble you to source some for me.
We could have just done that from the start.
Hey, at least this way we got some cool pictures.
Yeah, you're right. They'll have some
Ha!
Navia! Florent, guess who's back?
Coulter.
Huh? But aren't you supposed to...
Oh, well, if it isn't Coulter. Back already from the Fortress of Meripede?
That's right. I finally finished serving my time. Gotta say, turns out I was a lot tougher than I thought. After I got out, I immediately made a beeline back to Poisson. You could say that familiar, briny smell became a primal call, urging me to forget everything else and just come back home. You wouldn't believe how much I've missed Melissa's grilled fish. I dreamed about it every time I had to get a welfare meal down there underneath the sea.
It's good to have you back, Coulter. You look as well as ever.
And this guy is?
Let me introduce you. This is Coulter, another of Spina di Rosula's members. He was found guilty and sentenced to the Fortress of Meripede some time ago.
Guilty of what?
But, looking at it now, it was probably another one of Marcel's plots while he worked at the Confrérie of Cabrières.
Wait, Mr. Marcel? What do you mean? He was involved in some sort of plot?
Have you not heard anything at all about the water from the primordial sea case?
Well, I know that Fontaine got flooded, but then the water levels miraculously receded. I thought that was all there was to it and didn't care to ask for any more details. Do you mean Mr. Marcel was somehow involved with all that?
Oh, looks like we'll have to explain everything from the top. That case, a lot of things have happened in Poisson since then. First things first, let me introduce you to these two. They're my most trusted partners, and they've been with me through thick and thin. Now you could call them Spina di Rosula's VIP helpers.
Ha!
Oh, nice to meet you. I don't recall Navia ever generously complimenting anyone like that before. So you must be pretty amazing to get that from her.
Yeah, we are indeed pretty amazing. But we've been cool since before we even met her.
Oh, wow, you've given me an option I absolutely can never pick. Good job. Yeah. We just followed Navia's lead.
Humble again as always, I see. Even when I was totally sincere with my praise.
Nice. Spina di Rosula always seems to attract great people. Oh, that reminds me. Where
Yep,
are
there it
Melissa and
is.
Silver? Aren't they always by your side?
About that.
Coulter, a lot of things happened while you were gone. As you can see, even Poisson isn't quite the same as how it was before you left.
They lost their lives, keeping me safe during the flood.
What did you say? This isn't some kind of morbid welcome home prank, right? You're just scaring me on purpose because I don't know anything about what's happened.
Nope. It's the truth.
I'm sorry, but it's the truth. They weren't the only people we lost either. Many others, including Melissa, also lost their lives in the disaster.
Luce and Melissa, dead. They're just gone? Luce. I was planning to give him a surprise gift once I ran into him again in town. I can't believe it.
Hey, keep it together.
Malus and Coulter were friends for many years, and even served on many missions together during the early days of the Spina. I can understand how he feels.
I'm definitely trusting this guy a lot more.
Let's sit down somewhere, so I can tell you everything that has happened while you were gone. Fair warning, there was a lot.
Okay.
Okay. Going. Oh, to the ship. Okay. I've said before. Oh, Navi explains everything that has happened recently to Coulter.
All of this, it's unbelievable. I can't believe that those stories were real. It all really happened. Has the world gone mad?
Had I not personally experienced all of those events, I would also have found them very difficult to accept.
I think you and I both feel the same way about the profound tragedy of Melusa's loss. And the sheer depravity of Marcel's actions.
I thought Mr. Marcel would always stand by the Spina. Everything he had, the Spina gave to him. It's unconscionable to have received all that, and yet still plot to kidnap and dissolve you for his insane research.
The good news is that the Confrérie of Cabriere is no more. Gone with them too is the entire synth manufacturing and distribution network. We finally closed the curtain on that long struggle.
Are you sure? But if Marcel wanted to rebel against us, he probably sent word in secret to Romeu.
Romu?
Not a name I've heard before either.
Florent should remember him. You see, there was once a major internal dispute regarding funding the construction of the Aquabus lines. Romeu was the leader of the faction that thought such a vast sum of mora would be better spent improving the town of Poisson. But Mr. Callis believed that an opportunity to collaborate with the Court of Fontaine and the Fontaine Research Institute was hard to come by, and would allow us to build many valuable relationships. Not only would the Aquabus be a good business investment, it would also boost our reputation among the general populace, eventually paying us massive dividends down the line. But the two couldn't come to an agreement. Romeu ended up taking a lot of people with him when he left Spino di Rosula altogether, and the split was on extremely bad terms.
Ugh. And with Papa's stubbornness, I can definitely imagine how it must have gone down.
And of course, when he was suffering the slings and arrows of outrageous injustice, those relationships that he spent a fortune to build didn't help in the least.
Yeah, you could say it was the price he paid for sticking to his beliefs.
That couldn't have been the first time a dispute like that happened, right?
Oh, that's a good point. If Callis was really as stubborn as you say, then wouldn't he have argued with the rank and file all the time?
Oh yeah, it eventually became a thing that just happened on every day that ended with Y. But Navia, boss, you might not know this, but he wasn't always like that. He used to be a lot better with taking counsel. With him listening to our advice, and Ms. Clementine also frequently on our side, it was pretty smooth sailing for a good many years. But on the matter of the Aquabus, even Ms. Clementine completely stood by Mr. Callis' side.
Huh. I never knew. But from my perspective, Romeu's position had a lot going for it. Couldn't they have sat down and talked it out?
I think the Aquabus was just the straw that broke the camel's back. On that topic, they eventually came to a rather radical conclusion. They believed that Miss Clementine lost her ability to serve as an impartial mediator when she became pregnant with Callus's child.
So, they thought she had betrayed them? But that doesn't make any sense. Before she was their mediator, my mother was also her own person, and a member of the Spina. She should have the right to take any side she wished.
Yeah, but to them, even taking a side was betrayal enough. They felt like their voices could no longer be heard once their sole mediator had gone over to the other side. Of course, Ms. Clementine then passed away, and Mr. Callis began to regard the completion of the Aquabus project as her final wish. With that, the last hope of reconciliation was gone.
So that's what happened.
From that point on, Romeu and his people cut ties with the Spina, and never gave us any kind of professional or personal courtesy ever again. Perhaps they've regarded us as enemies ever since they left. But even so, there is still no proof that they ever acted in concert with Marcel.
I've also heard that they aren't in a good financial position, so they've been lying low for a while. But as long as they exist, they'll continue to be a threat.
I think Coulter's got a point. Both Marcel and Romeo had my father in their sights for a very long time. Even though Marcel's faction has been dissolved, we still don't know anything about Romeo's whereabouts. If they're still trying to get revenge on us, with how distracted and vulnerable we are, now would be the best time.
Good thinking, boss. We should keep an eye on them at all times. I'll let my men know right away.
Thank you for that, Florent. And Coulter, thank you for telling me about this as well.
Don't worry, it's nothing. Do you have a moment right now? How about we go out for a walk? I've heard so many incredulous things today. I'm finding it a bit hard to calm down even now. I mean, to think that I'll just never see them again.
In that case, why don't we go back to the court? I can pick up Adele's uniform while we're there as well. It'll save Laurent's guys a trip. Want to come with me again, you two? You don't mind, do you, Coulter?
Oh, of course. That's fine by me.
Then let's go! Paimon feels like a lot's hinging on this visit.
We want to see the future star of the Spina.
We really are the best of partners. Come on, let's go.
You're just gonna take us there, or we gotta go ourselves? We gotta go ourselves. Kitty! We can't pet the animals in this game. That's not a good thing. Oh, wait, that's just leave Poisson. This way. Or getting stuck in the geometry. What the fuck? What the yeah, okay. Sorry, guys. I guess we'll go this way. Just gonna climb the wall, but no, it kept launching me off. Honestly, I think a great little article title would be Genshin Impact finally allows you to pet the pets. Oh. They finally add that in.
Are we not taking the boat this time?
It's nice to walk from time to time, isn't it? Think of it as something like a hiking trip. Once we're there, we can stay a few days before we return.
What?
Sounds good. I haven't walked this road in a long time.
Wait, stay a few days? Where? I thought we were going back to the court, which is right there. The concept of distance and time in this game, when it comes to the actual story bits, makes no sense, and never has. It should take us a while to get over there to a place we can see.
Let's take a break. Since we're out for a walk, we shouldn't stress too much about the destination.
I've grown old, so I'm not as fit as before. It's a good thing that at least my work down in the fortress was quite the workout.
Well, Paimon thinks you're doing great. We didn't have to slow down for you at all.
Back in the days before the aquabus lines were built, we often had to hike north with our goods, then catch a boat to the court. Malus and I must have traveled this way hundreds of times. When we were tired, we would lay down for a while on the grass, and when we were hungry, we'd catch a fish or two. The Spina was still on the rise back then. Mr. Callis was generous, and everyone had the chance to strike it rich, so of course we all worked really hard. And now, in the blink of an eye, the aquabus lines have been built, and this road has fallen into disuse.
I don't really think that's a bad thing, though.
Oh, I know. I was just being a little nostalgic.
Then let's stay here a bit longer. Anyone want snacks?
Oh, is this another chance to try some of Navia's macarons? Paimon's been dreaming of them.
Yep, I figured you wouldn't say no to a few more. Oh, wait. Let me check if I have all the ingredients. Malus and Silver used to take care of tasks like this.
There may be one.
Okay. The
Wait.
stove's looking good.
What stove?
And as for the ingredients,
What stove, though?
seems like we're all out of flour and sugar. The two most important ingredients of all.
I have some in my pack.
Oh, would you? Oh, but it would be too much to ask.
We should contribute to making the macaron too. Don't worry, we cook out in the wild all the time, so he should have some stuff on hand.
Oh, that's great. Then I'll leave the ingredient gathering to you. As long as we have some sweet flowers and wheat, I can start the baking.
Then I'll go look for some boxes nearby for a makeshift table and chairs.
Great. Then I'll prep
Gonna
the
find
stove.
some random boxes
Let's
out
get
in
to
the wild.
work, everyone. Ah, how did it go? Did you find the ingredients?
Just one of each. Look at how many sweet flowers I have. 1228.
You've all done your part. Just leave the rest to me.
Navia makes a batch of macarons with her usual recipe.
Whoa, these macarons look and taste magnificent! Your cooking is as good as ever, Navia.
Boss's baking skills have always been famous. Everyone in the Spina knows how exceptionally talented she is.
Oh, it's just a hobby. There's no need to praise me for it like that.
Have you two seriously never considered joining us? You're so close to the boss, and she obviously trusts you with all her heart, so...
You really want to poach me from the Adventurers Guild, huh? Nah. There's still some important things we must do.
Oh, yeah, I see. Is that why you have to always stay on the road?
You just happened to walk in on our little reunion. It's actually been quite a while since we last spent time together. Adventurers never stay in one place for long. The name of Spina di Rosula would just tie them down. Besides, after everything we've been through together, I'm sure our hearts would remain intertwined even if we found ourselves on opposite sides of the world.
It's funny because we've collected so many titles over the course of the game. What's one more? Navia's right.
Even if Paimon was far beyond the horizon, she'd still remember the delicious taste of Navia's macaron.
I understand now. Then I am very lucky indeed to have been graced with the chance to meet the two of you. I will endeavor to make the most of this short yet fortuitous encounter, and enjoy every moment we spend together.
We've got no wine with us, but let's still toast with water, in celebration of this moment.
Huh? Thought I heard something just now. Just some small critter.
Cheers! Hey, what are you doing? Quick!
Cheers!
May your travels go smoothly, may the Spina continue to grow, and may our friendship last until the end of time. All set? Let's move out then. I asked some old acquaintances in town to make Adele's uniform, so we should be able to pick it up right away.
Heard something in the bushes. Now there are no bushes. Oh well. What? What? It's further down? There you are.
Hey there, Ludovine. How's business lately?
The demoiselle of Spina di Rosula. I must say, your generous patronage is the one thing keeping me from going bankrupt.
Oh, jeez.
Nonsense. We all know what a talented businesswoman you are. Oh, and don't forget, she's the boss now.
My mistake, my mistake. I just got so used to calling her demoiselle. Are you here for the uniform?
Isn't that the
Yep.
same thing?
I forgot to drop by earlier when I was running errands around here.
I didn't expect Demoiselle to come and pick it up in person. It's just a uniform after all. Any of your folks could have come instead.
Navia's always liked to take even small things seriously.
Hey, that's not the only reason I'm here. We mostly just needed a walk to clear our heads. There are few things more uplifting than taking the first step on a new journey.
Boss has got a point. Going on a trip with friends is always better than staying cooped up at home.
Very well. Please, wait here while I retrieve the uniform for you.
Can someone remind Paimon again why Adele wants to join the Spina?
She hasn't given me any concrete reasons. All she says is that she really looks up to me. After we cleared her father's name, she became a lot more cheerful and outgoing. It's probably because she now knows for sure that her father was never a bad person. She said she used to be terrified of Papa. So, as a result, she found all the rest of the Spina super scary as well.
Spying.
But the Spina is very different now. She mustered up the courage to talk to me, and felt like I could really understand her.
The two of you contended with similar circumstances.
Yeah, you could say that.
You can see him in the corner there. Who is it?
The case, I was able to give her closure at the same time. She said that she wanted to become someone like me. Someone who could lend a hand to others, instead of standing still and waiting for others to help her.
From the sound of it, she'll be a wonderful addition to the Spina.
I think so too. But for now, let's focus on giving her a great atmosphere to grow and thrive. She can commit to us once she's older, and can really make that decision for herself.
So it wasn't just hearing things.
Is something up, Traveler?
Follow me. Someone's tailing us.
Huh? Tailing? Oh, Paimon's coming.
I'll go check it out too. Coulter, please hold on to this for me.
All right.
Paimon saw them too. They headed up.
Let me move.
Stop right there!
Oh, there's 3 of them? There. Peppy and Martin.
We knew you were going to be difficult.
Seems like if we want them to talk, we're gonna need to teach them a lesson first.
Really?
Brothers, there's no need to skulk in the dark anymore. Let's take them out!
We gonna get to use Navia? Yeah, we are.
Hey there!
Here's a shotgun.
Umbrella warfare, I guess.
Umbrella warfare. I could have just sat down.
Now, talk. Who are you? And why were you tailing us?
Don't think we'll let you off easy if you keep silent.
Recognize your situation. Don't entertain any fantasies of escape. Got people up above and down below as well.
How did it go, boss? Are any of you hurt?
Nope.
If you thought they stood any chance against us, you were sorely mistaken. Anyway, stop playing tough and start talking. There won't be any room for negotiation once the Maison Gardiennage gets involved.
We're looking to get vengeance on Spina di Rosula. We were discovered, and can't beat you in a fight. We admit it. We lost.
Vengeance for
Get
what?
Revenge? Wait, you're not Romeu's followers, are you?
You actually know that name? But if you do, then surely you should understand why we hate you so much.
I would advise you to calm down.
Indeed. You haven't got the faintest hope of winning right now.
We were out drinking when we saw Navia. We got so angry we decided to follow you guys and look for an opportunity to really mess up your day. Too bad you guys messed up ours first.
You're lying.
Huh?
You followed us all the way here. There's more to this.
You're pretty sharp. But so what? We didn't do anything. And now it should be pretty obvious that we can't do anything to you anyway. Seeing you like that just really ticked us off. and we let the drink go to our heads.
Listen, Callus is long dead. No matter what happened in the past, I want to be able to start things anew. I am the current president of Spina di Rosula. If your boss wants to talk with me, I'd be happy to meet with him. I won't press charges for your attack. That should also help demonstrate my sincerity.
I understand. Thank you. I'll let our boss know.
But if you so much as think about pulling something like this again, I won't be so lenient next time. Understood?
All right. We get it.
You hear that? I really
Come on,
held back
let's
with
go.
my shotgun parasol.
Are you sure it's okay to just let them go like that, Navia?
Oh yeah, they're messengers now.
I don't want to inherit my father's grudges, too. Moreover, when it comes to the Aquabus, I don't think what my father did was entirely correct either. If the other side is willing to talk, I'm happy to open the door for a reconciliation. Opportunities for new beginnings are all around us.
I support Boss's decision as well. The concept of an eye for an eye is a primitive practice that has no place in today's Spina di Rosula.
Yes. Plus, we already know that they're strapped for cash. If their financial situation is that dire, they don't have what it takes to challenge us. So this may be the best time to talk. I still think we should keep an eye out for Romeo's folks, though. If he decides to ignore the warning I gave his men, then we could still have a fight on our hands.
Yeah, those guys definitely didn't look like big fans of yours.
I'd rather things not go that far, since, though we haven't talked to each other for years, once upon a time we were all a part of the Spina di Rosula family.
Yep, that's how I feel as well. Anyway, now that we've sent them packing, we don't have to worry about those guys anymore. It's getting late already, so why don't we stay the night in the Fleuve Cendre? We can head back to Poisson tomorrow. I'll also ask someone to write Florent a letter and inform him of everything that happened here today, so he can increase security around Poisson and be on guard against any suspicious individuals.
Do we have to stay in the Fleuve Cendre again? Even the pillows there smell like seaweed.
Ha!
Sorry, that's just what happens when you live near water and don't get much sunlight. Poisson's pretty much the same though, so I've long since gotten used to it. We can still go out in the evening for some grilled fish and drinks though. Bet you there'll be people singing sea shanties too. How does that sound?
Hey.
Huh. That does sound pretty cool. Okay, Paimon's on board now. Let's go. Paimon wants to sing too.
Oh, the uniform gift box. Okay. All right. Could walk. Nah. A lot of icons on the town right now because of the event.
Coming back here really does feel like this place is starting to grow on Paimon. If you think about it,
Was
it
there a
would be
table
kinda
out in the
weird
middle
if
here
the
before?
Spina's base at the court was some super luxurious building like the Palais Mermonia.
Totally. Right on the money, Paimon. Although, of course, with the continued growth of the Spina, Papa wanted Poisson to eventually grow into a metropolis, not unlike the court. He was a very ambitious man, who rarely looked behind or beneath him. For better or worse, that always made him stand out from the crowd.
And that's also why people hated him just as much as they loved him.
Finally got around to translating Spina di Rosula, being that we've heard it so much. It's just French for rose thorn,
All right.
which is pretty cool.
Why don't you go wait for me at the restaurant? I'll go do some prep and I'll get
The
someone
rose
to
has
tidy
its
up your room
thorns.
while I'm at it. You can use the same room as last time. You still remember the room number, yeah?
There's literally only one door.
Hard to forget when there are only so many rooms here.
Yeah.
after all.
Oh, did I just hear someone taking a dig at Fleuve Cendre? I'll tell my guys to stuff your pillows full of actual seaweed right now.
Oh, Paimon, sorry! Please have mercy, Navia. If you do that, then Paimon really won't won't be able to sleep at all.
I was just kidding. Be on your way now.
Ash River. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting, like, something, like, central. Like, central sewer or something like that. No, it's Ash River. Where are we going?
I guess I'm finally on the right.
Going back to the room? Wait, sit inside, wait for the banquet to begin. Yeah.
Just say what you need. No problem's too big to solve.
Yep. Enjoy a fantastic meal as well as a wonderful performance. Things slowly die down, you return to your room with Paimon, but hear a knock at your door.
Are you asleep yet?
Navia, something happened.
Oh, no, not at all. I just figured that since we don't get to enjoy nights like these very often, we should try to enjoy it to the fullest. Wanna go fishing? I've got some rods and lures ready.
Didn't even give me the chance for an oh my.
Hopefully I didn't wake you or anything.
You're good, since the invitation's coming from you.
I knew it. You really are my best partner. Okay, let's go. To the fishing spot.
Are you actually gonna have us fish, though? I don't do that nearly enough in this game. Like, there's stuff I can unlock with fishing in this game, and I just get bored of it. Where? Okay, I'm like, that's not... Ugh. They put the fishing spot over here, just... There's no good fast travel near it. All three of these are underwater. Where are we going? I honestly really do like the underwater gameplay that they added. I do kind of wish they would add it to the rest of Teyvat. But it is only for the Nation of Water.
Fishing when you're using a fully automatic
So far, at
rod.
least. Ha!
What's the problem? Lots of people in Poisson use rods like these.
It's literally the first time we've seen them.
But shouldn't fishing be all about, attentively watching the float and then excitedly reeling in the catch when you finally hook something?
Well, that's one way to enjoy fishing. What do you think, Traveler?
Automation's more efficient.
That's how I feel as well. To me, I'm happy as long as I catch some fish.
Honestly, Paimon's mainly shocked at how much energy you still have at this hour. Usually by this time of night, it's a struggle for Paimon to even keep her eyes open.
Huh. It might just be something that runs in my family.
That's a thing?
I'm sure you'd get even sleepier if I delved more deeply into it. Anyway, I was just thinking about how grateful I am to my mother, as well as the rest of the Spina. My father always had a lot of unrealistic expectations for me, but the more that he tried to get me to become like him, the less I wanted to listen to what he had to say. My mother never had those kinds of expectations, though. I've heard that she had only one wish for me, which was that I would have a happy and secure childhood. All the members of the Spina greatly respected her wish, so no matter what I did as a child, they were happy to humor me. Can you imagine? Whenever my father wanted to scold me for something I'd done, everyone would form up into 2 rows and just stand silently and listen to him rant. Malouse and Silver were always there too. No matter what Papa yelled, nobody else would say a word. Eventually, Papa must have recognized scolding me over trivial matters was pointless, because he eventually stopped getting on my case so often.
Paimon would have never guessed.
Yeah. Looking back on it now as an adult, I can hardly believe how patient and kind everyone was. When I was young, I often thought that I could do whatever I wanted, because there'd always be someone there to clean up after me. But once I saw Malus come back wounded. He wouldn't tell me how he'd been injured, but I could tell it had something to do with me. I learned then that there's always a cost to making a mistake. The more you care about those around you, the more you should care about doing the right thing to the best of your abilities. Because if you do falter, there'll inevitably come a time when you'll have to face the consequences. And when that time comes, those most precious to you really will throw themselves in front of you and pay the price for your mistakes.
Navia, it'll still be really hard on you.
Sorry. I shouldn't have brought that up. I wasn't planning to talk about sad things tonight. Basically, I was just saying that the nurturing atmosphere of the Spina must have been my mother's legacy, rather than my father's. And if that's the only way that I can continue to feel her love, then I'd like to pass that warmth on.
Is that why you let those guys go today?
Mm-hmm. Although, maybe there's a part of not wanting to repeat the mistakes of the past. I want to be reasonable, at least. Hey, look! I think you've got something on the line!
Whoop.
But why isn't the rod automatically reeling it in?
Oh, there must be something wrong with how I installed the mechanism. It was my first time putting one of those rods together. We can't let it get away. Come on, you two. Let's catch it.
You want Paimon to help too?
You can try. You're rather useless. For some time, you managed to reel in the prize catch together. The rest of the night, your rod continues to rack up catch after catch, while for some reason, Navia can't seem to hook a single fish. Navia is quite upset about her bad luck, but it's only when you begin to head back that Paimon discovers the real reason to the mystery of why she didn't get a single bite.
You didn't attach a hook to your line?
Nice try.
Stop wasting time! The boss ain't gonna wait all day. We'll go ahead with the operation tomorrow. Do with that information as you wish.
Well, your rod was missing a
Fucking
part, too, so I guess that makes it fair.
Well, if we're just talking about the number of missing parts, sure. Oh, never mind. Paimon really can't keep her eyes open.
Look, I was
anymore.
skeptical about this new guy from the beginning as soon
All
as he
right.
said he came
Go
from
to
the
bed.
prison.
I had a great time today.
It looks like he's making some sort of deal with the guys we beat up. See you tomorrow, Navia.
Mm-hmm. See you tomorrow. So how was last night? Did you get a good night's sleep?
Paimon dreamt that she danced with the sea stars, so you could say it was stellar. Get it?
Fuck off, Paimon. Oh, the subtle dropping of the eyelids. I love it. And just where did you get that from?
I didn't know you had such a great sense of humor.
Oh, you enjoyed it.
This guy gets it.
Yeah, we all got it,
Anyway,
Paimon. We just didn't.
Let's head out. I'll
Ah.
arrange for a boat to take us back to Poisson. I'm sure Adele will be happy to see you two again.
Paimon hopes she'll really appreciate your gift.
I hope so too.
Oh, I actually got the fishing rod. That's definitely for the Serena teapot, which ooh, got all these. I've gone there, but I need to go back there. I think all my plants are grown, but we actually just got a new domain in there, specific to Fontaine, which I have not checked out yet. I'm gonna need to decorate and add these two. Probably still go back to the one I currently use because
Adele!
it's set
we're
up
back.
real well.
We brought you a gift from the court too.
Whoa! Thank you so much, boss.
Don't call her boss, okay, Adele? Just Miss Navia would be fine.
Oh, it's all right. I don't mind. Besides the gift, I've also got another surprise. Guess who's here?
It's been a while.
Hello again.
Oh, it's you two. It has been a while indeed. Thank you so much for your help on Jacques' case. I've heard that you also helped save all of Fontaine. You're truly just like the great heroes of legend.
You're
so
really
tired.
amazing.
Like,
And if Miss
really
Navia is
tired.
your friend, then she must be super amazing too. What's in this thing? Can I look?
Of course. Go ahead.
Ta-da!
Oh, it's a Spina di Rosula uniform. Is it for me? But isn't it a bit big?
Yeah, you can't join yet.
Well, it's a gift for future you. When you first told me that you were interested in joining the Spina, I was overjoyed. But it's the Spina's responsibility to protect everyone as well. Being a member means becoming involved in all kinds of dangerous situations. And since you're still young, I don't want your mom to have to worry about your safety. So I turned you down then by telling you that you'll have to wait until you're older. But this uniform is a promise that you can join us once you're old enough to wear it.
Oh, so that's it. Well, thank you so much, Miss Navia. I'll work hard and grow up as fast as I can.
But you can't really grow up faster by working hard. You've got to be patient.
Everyone, I'm really grateful that you remembered my daughter's wish and took it seriously. Thanks to the protection of the Spina, even though her father's no longer with us, we've still felt plenty of warmth and security.
Oh, it's the least we could do. As long as you live in Poisson, even if you're not an official member, you're still part of the family.
Boss!
Hold on.
Huh? Is something up, Florent?
I've got something urgent to report. Romeu and his folks have gathered outside Poisson and even shipped in a huge pile of explosives.
What? Explosives? What do they want?
It seems like they've been planning this for some time. We started investigating as soon as we received your letter yesterday. But Romeu and his folks must have gotten wind as well, because they abandoned their former posts before we could even check on them. We investigated their tracks and found out that they're after Poisson.
Could they have smartened up since we caught them red-handed at the court?
Seems like they've got no interest in sitting down and talking at all. We should have gone straight to the Maison Gardiennage.
Sorry, I underestimated the situation. Well, too late now, I suppose. Florent, where are they keeping their explosives?
On the hill to the east of Poisson, near the Clementine line.
Wait, could that
They
mean...
want to blow up the Clementine line?
Certainly sounds like it.
Romeu and his followers
don't
hate
sound
the Spina
surprised.
and everything to do with Callus. And the Aquabus was the source of their contention. If they manage to blow up the Aquabus line, all that rubble will come crashing down the hill and straight into Poisson.
Wait, would it?
Are they insane? There's tons of innocent people in Poisson.
We have to stop them.
Yeah. If they've been planning this for ages, they're definitely not going to let this opportunity slip by. We have to issue an evacuation order to the townspeople and get them as far away from the entrance as possible. That should save them from the worst of it.
Let's get everyone onto our ship. That should be the safest place.
Ship
My dear partner,
in?
can I leave the
Poisson?
Clementine line to you? If the explosives do go off, not only would the people of Poisson be in danger, any aquabuses using the line would plummet to the ground. Let's stop their insanity first, then settle the score with them.
Got it.
Leave it to us, Navia. Please stay safe, too.
Oh, man. I get to do something.
Let's go, you two. We've got to act fast. Miss Coralie, please take Adele to the ship.
Called it.
Watch out, boss!
Yeah, no, she got it.
What do you think you're doing, Coulter?
I thought all the annoying little hindrances had left, but I still couldn't get rid of you.
You mean this was all a trick? So that you'd be left alone with me? Coulter, are you with Romeo too? Oh. I get it now. You knew about their plans all along.
Why did he
You
think this
only
was a good
told us they
time
were
for
doing
that?
badly so that we'd drop our guard.
Not quite. Though I share their positions on some issues, I've never cared for his more radical ideas. And that's because, out of the entire Spina di Rosula, I only hate you. Only you, Navia.
You better stick close to me.
Romeo promised me that he would leave Poisson alone if I could just take you out. But it was like you were glued at the hip to that pesky traveler. You never gave me a chance to make my move. Romeo has lost his patience. I didn't have to be here today, you know. But I swore that I'd kill you, even if it meant being buried with you in the rubble.
Why?
Only someone as clueless about the past as you would ask such a foolish question. You never saw the heyday of Spina di Rosula, nor did you ever live through the golden age of Poisson. But I saw it all with my own eyes, and then I had to watch it all die, little by little. And it was all because of you, Navia.
Hold up. What,
Clementine
because she
died
was...
because of you. Callus died because of you. Malus and Silver died because of you. And so many more dead. Everyone dead. All because of you.
Because she was
Shocking
born?
brief you showed us before. That was in Act 2?
Now you're catching on. I heard Malus was dead the moment I got out. Did you know? Down there in that blasted fortress, I spent a long time thinking about what happened and resolving to apologize to Malus as soon as I got out. Back then, because of that aqua bus, we had a huge fallout. I was convinced that all he cared about was loyalty, and that he had completely lost his capacity for critical thinking. The years passed by in a blur after that. I thought I had finally begun to understand him, and that he could help me relive the good old days again. But then he died, and it was because of you again, Navia. It's always because of you.
No, it
I
isn't.
once loved the Spina and Poisson more than anyone else. But what is left now of either besides death and ruin? You've single-handedly destroyed everything that was beautiful. Everything I've ever loved.
Don't listen to him, boss. He's just spouting nonsense.
Yep.
Have you ever considered that maybe the people around you don't actually care about you at all? Have you ever considered that maybe you only get respect because you're Callus and Clementine's child? That you've never done anything worthy? That you're just a big nothing?
Wow, fuck off, dude. It might have started the respect with that, but she has made a fucking name for herself.
Have you ever
You can fuck
considered
right off.
Maybe people don't stay in Poisson because of you, but only because they have such beautiful memories of the past before you came.
You've been stuck in prison, you idiot.
You falter. There'll inevitably come a time when you'll have to face the consequences. And when that time comes, those most precious to you really will throw themselves in front of you and pay the price for your mistakes. Yeah, looking back on it now as an adult, I can hardly believe how patient and kind everyone was. But is that really why they support me? Is their kindness real?
Now we have Adele.
Shut your mouth! I, for
Hold
one,
it.
really like Miss Navia. And my mom loves her too. I don't know how to explain it, but I like her. And that's that.
I'm sure Mr. Malus would be extremely disappointed in you right now. You've somehow managed to pin the blame for every mistake and tragedy in our history on the boss herself.
Get out of the way, Florent. I don't want to hurt you.
You're gonna have to.
Ha!
Boss, there's no time for this. Stop hesitating and get out of here before you get buried.
Or just fight him
You
yourself.
think you're being the realist by painting the history of the Spina and Poisson like this. But the love that I felt from everyone was just as real. I felt it. They've helped me get to where I am. And even now, I will continue to believe in that love. So let me show you just how much I love the Spina di Rosula.
Enough to shoot you in the face.
This
Like
one's
this.
got your name on it. This one's got your name on it.
Where'd that come from?
Feeling lucky? Fire! Well,
And cannons. There he is. Oh, I guess we're here.
Laurent, I'll leave the town to you. Summon the other members and help with the evacuation of the townspeople. If you find any of Coulter's accomplices, subdue them quickly, and don't give them the chance to harm any ordinary civilians. I can't allow my partner to face the danger on the Clementine line alone.
Got it, boss. I'm on it.
I just want the Traveler to just come back right now and say, hey, we handled it.
I don't know, but I have to go.
Are you okay? No! A short while earlier, you and Paimon dash off.
Let's hurry up there. We have to protect the Clementine line. If they're gonna blow up the waterway, they must have planted the explosives next to the support pillars.
Oh, okay. Are we not just running? Right? Do we have to fight? Just smash your way through. I was kind of assuming that we just need to get there. No matter who fights. Yep. Wait, challenge failed! Oh, come on! So we do have to fight? I thought we were going to stop them. Not deal with the fucking ads on the way. Whenever I get a quest like that, it's like, oh, get to this place within the time limit. We don't have to deal with the people on the way.
Let's hurry up there. We have to protect the Clem. If they're gonna blow up the waterway, they must have...
Alright, folks, where are you? Like, they're not difficult, just...
They certainly brought a lot of muscle. They're really slowing us down. But if we're meeting resistance, we must be heading in the right direction.
Oh, they got antimatter explosive. Sorry, pneumosia.
These must be the explosives, right? And this is the control mechanism. How can we disable it? Oh, Paimon's too scared to touch any of this stuff.
What's this? Looks like a keyhole.
There's a strangely shaped hole here. What is it for?
Keyhole.
Oh, that certainly sounds possible. Maybe one of the people we just beat up has the key. Okay, you take this side, Paimon will take the other. Let's see what we can find.
Oops.
Let me turn this guy over. Ugh, he's super heavy.
He had a radish. There it is.
You found it! That's amazing!
Yep. Alright. Let's do the walk over there without seeing the character.
That should do it, right? Navi and Florent should be able to relax now.
Still check the perimeter just in case.
Oh, you're right. They could have set explosives elsewhere, too. Let's go.
Ooh, here we go. Oh, shit.
They're gonna bury Poisson!
Whoa, alright. Oh, love these full cutscenes. Especially when he gets to use all the other elements that he has, not just the one we're currently attuned to.
Great work, partner. Just leave the rest to me.
Watch out, Nadia! You can't block them all!
Look, I'm doing this the Spina way.
I'ma break him with my shotgun.
Fire!
Using her actual moves in a cutscene. That's cool. Whoop! Hell yeah. Having been alerted, members of the Maison Gardiennage made their way to Poisson. Is what I'm assuming that said.
I heard from Thierry that even they're your enemies now. They were once a part of Spina di Rosula. Do you plan to settle this privately with them?
I have
Original
nothing
intention.
more to say to them. Regardless of whether their hatred and anger towards me or the Spina was justified, anyone who's willing to endanger innocent civilians is no longer sane enough to even be worth trying to talk to. Please prosecute them in accordance to the law. Spina di Rosula will not raise any objections.
Sounds good. We're very appreciative of your help. Without it, the consequences would have been far worse. All right, this operation is a wrap. Take him away.
We won, Nadia! We saved everyone! And you were so cool!
Yeah. Luckily, we were just in time.
You look a bit pale, feeling a bit fatigued.
It's probably because I expended too much elemental energy at once. I'll be fine. Don't worry about me.
But you usually glow up whenever other people compliment you. Paimon's not used to seeing you like this.
Boss, we managed to catch all the infiltrators in the town. The Maison Gardiennage is taking them away as well. Seems like Romeo really went all in on this mission. If he sent literally everyone he had, though, that also means we've caught them all too. We won't have to worry about them from now on.
Got it. That's good at least. Coulter, I can understand how you feel. The things that we lost, they're forever beyond our grasp now. And that makes them appear even more precious. I am not callous, and I will also never become him. The Spina and the Poisson that you loved are both gone. But I will not change how I feel about our future. I still believe that this is a great opportunity to start anew. I will spend more of what the Spina earns on the betterment of Poisson. What's more, I'd also like to propose some changes to the Aquabus routes, so that one day, the people of Poisson will enjoy the boons it brings as well.
I know what you're trying to say. Mr. Callus would never have said anything like that. There are too many things in life that are just beyond our control. In that, we are the same.
Henceforth, you are no longer a member of Spina di Rosula. But once you're discharged from the fortress again, you're welcome to pay another visit to Poisson.
Thank you, Navia.
This guy got out of prison and then got sent straight back to prison. What kind of idiot? Jesus.
As I
fuck.
thought. Boss really is a kind and gentle person.
She is also, I must say, a truly unlucky person. Thank you for protecting the Clementine line. I was actually really scared, you know. I mean, even the Callus line won't be getting rebuilt anytime soon. If I'd lost the Clementine line too, I wouldn't know how to live with myself. A name is a way to etch a memory onto the world. Losing the line that bears her name, that I can see every day, would be like losing my mother all over again. Seeing it still standing there, tall and proud, it makes me really happy.
What happened while we were gone? Honestly, you look more upset than tired or anything.
Just give her some time.
It's okay. Everything's fine now. I'll get back to you in Poisson.
Thank you so much. Can you give me a hand? I really don't have much strength left.
She's been talking like she's
Traveler,
about to faint. Yep.
I want to ask you something. And please, tell me the truth. Do you really see me as your partner?
Of course.
That's good then. Hearing that, it brings me more relief than I can say.
Aww.
How do you feel, Navia? Any better after taking a break?
I feel quite a bit better. But I should probably still rest for a few more days. Sorry, partner. I said some weird things earlier. Feel free to just ignore me.
A little weird, that's true. That's because I've never heard you doubt yourself before.
I used to think that I'd never doubt myself. But you could say I've discovered that I'm not as strong as I thought I was. Coulter mentioned my parents, as well as Malus and Silver. It's all thanks to them that I've made it this far in life. Do you think they ever regretted the choices they made? Has my existence made this world a better place?
Don't think like that, Navia. You've already done more than enough. No matter what others think, we'll always support you to the end of the world.
Well, since it's ended up like this, I suppose it's time for me to make a confession as well. There's something that I've been keeping from you as well, boss. Please, follow me. Everything is already prepared.
Florent, I hope you can understand that I can't deal with any more shocking revelations right now.
I don't think it's that.
Don't worry. This surprise will be a pleasant one.
Yep. That's what I was thinking. Guide him back down into Poisson. Simply the ship. Oh, I hope this angle is correct. Yeah, we should go ahead and add there. Perfect. Yeah! Almost jumped off. Trying to avoid getting stuck.
Why is everyone gathered here? And what's this?
This was supposed to be a gift to you from everyone in the town. We were originally planning to show it to you once it was finished, but special times call for special measures. I've never seen you look so defeated before, so I've decided to show you the designs before the final product was done.
Is it the statue?
Do I really look that bad?
Well, if you're ready, I'll unveil the present.
This is the first time we've seen Callus, and definitely the first time we've seen Clementine. Oh, put her in there too.
This is Papa, Mother, and me.
We designed the look for Miss Clementine based on old camera records, as well as personal recollections from members of the Spina.
Wow. This is the statue you mentioned before?
Well, it's not a
It is
statue
indeed.
yet.
To be honest, we decided on the design a long time ago, and gave the sculptor permission to begin working. We only asked Boss to decide on a design so she wouldn't realize we had already started.
How could we only have statues of Mr. Callus and Mrs. Clementine?
Even though Boss is still young, we've all seen the work she's put in regarding the whole synth business and the rebuilding of Poisson.
We wanted to commemorate her contributions with a statue as well.
I don't know
Oh,
what
she's a
Spina di Rosula was like in the past, but I know it's a great organization now.
With Navia around, we're not worried about this place's future.
We're gathered here today to tell our boss that we support you and believe in you wholeheartedly. I believe everyone is here for you, not the glory days.
That's what we believe as well.
I'll also always believe in the bond between us.
Thank you so much, everyone. Then I'll be brave and just accept everyone's support for what it is. This really is quite the surprise. I never thought that I'd have the chance to stand next to my mother. Not even in my wildest dreams.
Beautiful.
It seems like I started to question myself a bit too much. I'll pick myself up again and become a more reliable president for all of you.
Already sounding.
Looking
Get
back
more
on it,
energy.
I'm honestly embarrassed by how I acted earlier.
About the gift.
I'm sure everyone longs for that one thing in life that seems trivial to others, but they themselves can never obtain. To me, that would be a family portrait. I've always been super jealous of other people's family photos. I've never thought I'd receive a family portrait of my own. Especially not like this. It seems like I'm not such an unlucky person after all. It seems like I start looking back on it. I'm honestly
Clementine.
embarrassed by... I've thought about it before. Though my mother only wanted me to live a happy life, that's actually a tall order as well. In practice, it's just as hard to achieve my father's expectations for me. Even though my parents had very different personalities, they always had a lot of respect for each other. The Aquabus project was a monumental project that stood to benefit all of Fontaine. It would have been a little close-minded to assess or evaluate it only from the perspective of the clan. I think that's probably why she didn't step in to mediate or oppose the building of the lines.
Loud kid over there.
It seems like I start looking back on it. I'm honestly embarrassed.
About
by how I
asking, do you
acted
really
earlier.
see me as your partner?
Oh, whoa. Why'd you have to remind me? Please don't say that again. It's super embarrassing for me. Oh, forget it now. Please forget that I ever said anything. Oh, wait. But it'd also be bad if you were to forget it. Okay, but please keep it a secret between us from now on. Please don't ever mention it again.
Well, okay then. Okay. Look at the time. I still have like half an hour. Let's see. What could we do? gonna go and grab this stuff since I apparently don't need to do my dailies
Ad
today.
Astra Abyss.
Um,
Thank you for completing.
I didn't quite wait for it, so as you can see, we only have not 2, but 3 of these right now. And I recently did a pull from this as well, so I can't do any pulls on here. Don't have Navia yet. But I did mention this ran a teapot. So why not? I'll just grab this stuff now. We'll grab my plants here and grab the stuff I was making. And oh, I need to go and grab iron to start making more stuff. I can probably do that on my own time. Like, they keep wanting standard iron to make the things in here, and I don't collect that from anywhere except out in the world. And I would have to specifically go to Leeway to buy some, which isn't really that bad, to be honest. It's very close to the teleport waypoint, but even so, yes, I do this whenever they're all grown. I just pour in there. Like, I've shown you guys this, what I have set up here, right? This is the Leeway world, pretty much. I have a lot of stuff around here, big things up there and whatnot. But I've gotten a lot of stuff since I last built anything in here, really. Like, set up anything. I could even show you inside the house, but that'll only be if, you know what, fuck it, we're just gonna travel. Well, you'll see.
This realm is...
Man, I haven't been here on the PS5 version in a while either. Oh, we have some level ups, so I'll check out inside to see if anyone wants to talk. Yeah, realm layout, that's new. But first, let me just grab everything I've been making. Look at all this shit. I have at least one of everything that doesn't have a blue square in the top right corner. Which is where we're going down. Oh, there we go. That's the stuff we can't make. Oh, good. We can still make a lot of stuff. I have only 3 iron at the moment. But I think there's a lot on here that doesn't require it for once. Oh, that takes white iron, so even better. Oh man, I could actually start looking at what needs to be made for some of the sets, but there's only so much that has left to be made. So. Oh, and it actually goes away when I hit it then now. That's good. Okay. There's only 5 slots, sadly, so I can't make any more. But I'm glad I was able to fill all 5s. Right. Always get these. It's once a week, pretty much. There shouldn't actually be anything new here. It's just still saying new. Yeah, see? Released. Oh, right. There's something else I need to buy here, which is here. Because I only have like 1 left of most of these. So we're just gonna go through and get literally everything. Look at the coins we have up in the top right. We have so much. It is very easy to obtain currency in this game. Specifically in-game currency. Not like the Prima Gems that you can, or more than just Prima Gems, I guess. Whatever it is you have the choice of spending actual money on, that stuff is not quite as easy to come across because I don't spend actual money on this game. I have not dropped a single fucking cent. And it has been so worth it. And honestly, if I wanted more out of it, I could. Even without spending money, but I don't do too much of the extra shit in this game because it's boring. Okay, that's all the seeds. First, we're gonna take a look inside so I can talk to people if need be. No one down here. And no one up here. Okay. Ah. I really do like how I've organized this place, but I don't think anywhere has room for anything else. So we're just gonna check out the new layout. I don't know if I'm gonna actually build anything right now, but take a look at that! Swirling Isles. That is our new one. As you can see from all of these, if you look at the numbers up there, that's the points generated by whatever we have built in there. But now there's actually most of these, like for each of the regions, mostly. As the plants field stop growing, that just means the timer stops. Not that they will get deleted or anything. Okay. Oh, jeez. It's underwater. We have a fucking palace. Look in there after we take a quick look out here. Oh man, I like that. Islands? Multiple islands in here. But water in between? Okay, there's the... They didn't used to come with a standard traveling point, but now they do. You just follow the path. So it's actually underwater. We're in a bubble right now, and to get to the different islands, we're gonna have to swim. Is that it? Okay, that's a really cool addition. All right, let's. Oh, wait, hold on. So that would lead me right to the other one. Will it not let me cross this? Correct. Okay, never mind. It's still cool, but it's specifically one of these currents. We can't really go outside the current. That's cool. Alright, you know what I'm gonna do? We're gonna go between each of these islands, and I'm going to... Everything is marked as new, even though it isn't. Haven't checked this in a while, have I? New animals? What? Oh, I guess it's some of the stuff I caught. The luminescent islet, or islet. There it is. Ah, fuck, where did we come in? Oh, I'm over there. Okay. Ah, we came in over there. I was gonna put it on top of something, but I think this is as good as any. We also got some new sets, which I have not looked at yet. These are the important sets because they give me rewards from certain characters that I place. These I have not looked at. We have enough to make it as well. Oh wait, no, these are, right, of course we have enough to make these. These are the ones for Sumeru, not for here. For Fontaine, I mean. Meru. This is Fontaine. And we are missing a lot of things because I've only made one of most things. Yeah, a lot of these take like, oh hey, look, 9 of this. But I'll be actually looking at these from now on to see what I'm making after I've made everything once. Oh, yeah, this is a Poisson place. Also, yeah, you can see who gets rewards from it, like Nouvelette and Farina. Linny and Lynette. And Charlotte. We actually have both of them, and we have Nouvelette, so I'd be focusing on those two first. We also have Fremine, so we could make this one too. Actually, this one would be pretty quick. There's only... Oh, nope, never mind. There's 7 of those. That'd take a while. It's more like a Melusine village. And this is like in the Fortress of Meripede, which is why we got those two. Which we do have, Wriothesley. But we have not made anything here yet. And this one has no characters? Really? Not hit back? Oh, hold to leave. There it is. That's different. Safety. That just put in... Oh no, I thought I had put it next to me. I put it on the other side, didn't I? Yeah, I put it on the other side. That's fine for now. I'll probably move it later. So is that a pool over here? It was definitely not in the buildable area. Oh, they gave me one of these automatically. That's cool. 5, huh? Ta-da! Just a fish pond. But there's an actual thing we can place for that, and I didn't realize they would just give it to us naturally. That's a bit unexpected. Let's see what the other island's like. Yeah, we're checking this out together for the first time, so this is cool. Spend some time organizing and building things in here when I want. I'll probably come back here just to build the stuff for Fontaine, specifically. I think I meant to do that at one point, like have each of them have a specific theme. That hasn't really worked in practice. Wow, this is a lot bigger than we can actually build on. But we must have come in over here. So. Yeah, like, there's all this room over here, but we're not allowed to build on it. What the hell? There we are. Just so I don't have to run from place to place. Like, all this area over here we can walk on, but we can't build. Can I put fish in here too? No. It's just water. Alright. There's only 3 islands in this area, though. First of all, we're going to go back... Oh, I think there's 2 building areas over here. So if I go here and do this... Yeah, there are 4 places. Shoal, which is just empty at the moment. Reef, clear breaks. always try to move the house as close to the edge as I can, so I don't have to worry about putting anything behind it. I usually try and angle it a certain way so that it can look out on the rest of the stuff. So you know what, maybe over here. I mean, I wouldn't want to put anything in the corner there, which is probably for the best, to be honest. And, oh, hey, look at the ground. That works really well. Let me... That looks like the right place to put it. Look at how the ground forms around here, the sand. That's perfect. Though I should probably put it... Hold on. It's in cooldown, yeah, I know. Don't even know why they do that. I'm gonna put an actual teleporter right next to it, if I can. No, I don't think I'd want it right in the center. I don't even know if that's going to be angled correctly. I'm going to have to tweak that on my own time. Oh, I could put it right in the center. No, I'm going to put stuff in the center. Now we check out the inside. Ooh, I like. Right, we got doors on either side here. We got 3 rooms. Right? They're all... It's an empty house. It's not going to feel very impressive. We actually do things. Alright, big wide upstairs. 2. That would be the same as the other one, I guess. Yeah, so there's 3 down here, and let me check. We're up here. Yeah, and 2 up here, directly over. That's pretty good. I don't know if it's the same amount of room or a little bit more or less. I always forget that I can change the walls and stuff. Like, why would I, though? Like, I can make it in the style of, Sumeru. Why? I mean, yeah, I guess it's a different layout with different designs. It's not bad, I guess. Or Inazuma. Liyue. Mondstadt. The thing is, I wish I could do this for... well, I know I can do it for individual rooms, and I've done that before, and will do that again. But if you change the doors, it changes all of the doors in the entire place. So you can't really adjust that. Ceilings, even. Doors, stairs. No. The main areas, I tend to leave that. Wall decor, we got some new stuff, but it didn't show up as new. This is actually from the event. It is this one, right? No, it's this one from the event we just got. Oh. See? It's the cast and crew of the movie we just made. It's also, I always put the companions inside. Sometimes I put them outside. I kind of stopped doing that at one point. What are the new sets for here? There's the Sumeru stuff. We have all the parts too. Man, we're still missing some stuff from Mondstadt, but we can get everything from Sumeru already. Missing a few things for this one. Don't have the characters for it though, not worth it. That. We're only missing 3 things for this. It's an office as well. Dining room-ish? A dining room with couches. Huh. Garb of glorious gourmet. Missing quite a few things from that, though. The stage! We can make a stage! Ooh. We're actually currently making this bit. Yeah, I might want to make this. We do have the people for it, too. Office type thing. Ooh, that's kind of like Riley's place. No, it's more like... No, that's definitely Risley. He's the character there, and also Wellspring of Rule Violation Prevention. Okay, that's some cool shit. I like it. I didn't make any changes, so discard just in case it thought I did. I will make the changes later. I didn't actually have to exit this. We're just going to go back to the real world, and I will come back here on my own time. Okay. And this is where we'll end the stream. I'd much rather deal with that stuff not on the PS5. I don't know why. It's easier on the PC, even if I'm still using a controller. Well, I don't need to do this one yet. Alright. Oh. Once again, ending a bit earlier than we normally would, because that was actually a pretty short quest. Comparatively. It's like an hour and a half, which is, that's pretty average. So, tomorrow we will be starting the DLC for, oh, that's cool. The DLC for God of War Ragnarok, which we beat a little while back. But the DLC just came out, and I'll be honest, it's, I don't entirely like the prospect of it being kind of roguelite. But we've had some good experiences with roguelites, and, well, okay, very few. There's Hades, and there was the specific DLC for Assassin's Creed Valhalla that was like that. I think it's going to be similar to that one. But it does continue the story, so it's a canon story, so that's why we're going to play it. We'll be starting that. Not tomorrow. I will not be home tomorrow. Saturday, I will likely be streaming. Sunday is New Year's Eve, and hopefully I will not be alone that night. I will hopefully have my girlfriend over. We're still trying to work out those plans. But even then, I may still end up streaming because I will end well before midnight. So I won't be getting in the way of anything like that. Let's see, who are we rating? How about Joe Cat? And some Final Fantasy XIV Online. And doing it for charity, I believe. Excellent. And it works. Very good. Okay, well, until next time, this is the Pirate King signing off. Have a good night.
I'll think about it.